Hi, my name is Billy Reddig, and I opened my business here about 15 years ago. And previous to that, I worked for Clark, Caterpillar, and John Deere, mainly in the service department, and at the same time I was involved in some part sales and machine sales. And so then I started with some sales and a lot of repair, and it evolved more and more into sales, but also my service department grew also. And so we sell excavators, as you can see, extended reach forklifts, skid steers, dozers, and all phases of construction equipment. Now we have 3 people in the service department. We have 1 person in the parts department. We have about 2 girls help keep track of me, and then we also, as you can see, we have quite a bit in the sales world that we have to deal with. Yeah, and as you can see there, we got excavators here in the back. That particular excavator on the lowboy is going to go to China. And as we continue to view, we do some truck sales and repair. Here's a detachable lowboy that we have for sale, and as we continue to view around, you can see different attachments on the back. On the back row over there, we have buckets. We sell a lot of buckets. We have gravel trailers, and then we also, as you can see, the rough terrain haul truck. So that covers most of our attachments that we do have. And as you can see, we got a couple backhoes for sale. We do some, there's a skip loader, there's some compaction equipment that we have. We got 3 rollers there. And we've continued on, and sometimes we even do some ag stuff if the opportunity arises. We do quite a bit of repair in the ag world. We got a couple dozers. We also have loaders, and so you can pretty well see all that we have right there on our front line that is for sale. There's that excavator I mentioned earlier. He's leaving now, and he's on his way to the port in Seattle, and that particular piece is going to China. And as you can see, I'm showing just a machine that we parted out here. That was a John Deere 490E. And as our market has changed, we found it to our advantage and the customer's advantage that used parts be available at a reduced price, and it has worked well for us, and especially with all of our knowledge on the different machines. Here's in our shop right now, here's a bucket that we've taken off the machine and repinned and bushed it because it was worn. We're going to build a ripper tooth now for the back of that bucket. And as you see on the front of the machine, the blade was damaged, and we rebuilt that blade for that customer, and we hope to be done today. Okay, and then in our service department, we have, of course, we feel we have most everything needed. We have welders, a lot of test equipment. There's one of the mechanics' toolboxes. We pull the engine out of that skid steer right there to overhaul that. And then we also had a customer bring in this Simon lift right there. We have the planetaries off of that, and we're resealing the planetaries. There you can see a picture of our east door and the overhead crane to assist us in lifting heavy objects. We have there's our larger welder for our bigger welding job, so that we can air arc or do just maybe any welding job possible. There we have our 150-ton press, so that we can press most anything needed for any application, and that sure is handy. And here we have a customer. He brought in his little Kubota. His PTO wasn't working, so we went ahead and split that machine to repair the PTO. We also have oil. We also have our oil system, air pump reel system, to go ahead and help the mechanics oil everything up. And here's Amy. She's in charge of our used parts department and that inventory, and also sale receipts. And then it just shows some of our new parts that we have in inventory. And there's our service department books over on the far wall. And I'm not going to show you my desk because it's a mess. And this is our office manager, and this is Terry. And here's Rob. He's our parts digger. He can find them when nobody can.
It's good. It's good. It's a nice.
There's our crew at Reddig Equipment. We're missing 2 people. Lynn, which is in charge of the insurance and some of the other details, and then also we have a fully equipped service truck, and it's out today also in Libby.